A mountain's embrace, reaching for the top. High above the world, a lone figure stood. The air was thin. The wind howled. The journey to this point had been grueling, filled with moments of doubt and sheer determination. Each step taken was a battle against the elements, a testament to the human spirit's resilience. Junko Tabei raised her arms in victory. This was not just a personal triumph, but a historic moment that would inspire generations to come. Her ascent was a symbol of breaking barriers and redefining possibilities. She was on top of the world. The view from the summit was breathtaking, a panorama of snow-capped peaks stretching as far as the eye could see. It was a sight few had witnessed, a reward for her unwavering perseverance. She had conquered Mount Everest. This achievement was not just about reaching the highest point on Earth, but about overcoming every obstacle that stood in her way. It was a victory over nature, over societal norms, and over personal limitations. She was the first woman ever to do so. In a world where mountaineering was dominated by men, Junko's success was a groundbreaking milestone. She shattered the glass ceiling, proving that determination and courage know no gender. It was May 16, 1975. This date would forever be etched in history, marking the day when a woman stood where only men had stood before. It was a day of triumph, a day of change. This moment echoed through history. Newspapers around the world heralded her achievement, and her name became synonymous with courage and tenacity. Junko Tabei's climb was more than a personal victory. It was a beacon of hope and possibility for countless others. It was a testament to human courage and the power of dreams. Her story resonated with dreamers and adventurers everywhere, reminding them that no dream is too big and no goal is too far. It was a call to action, urging everyone to reach for their own summits. Junko's journey to this point had been long and arduous. She faced numerous challenges, from harsh weather conditions to the physical toll of the climb. But perhaps the most significant obstacles were the societal expectations and gender biases she had to overcome. She faced not only the mountain's physical challenges, but societal expectations too. She was a pioneer. She was an inspiration. In an era when women were often discouraged from pursuing such daring feats, Junko's determination and success paved the way for future generations of female adventurers. Her story is a beacon of hope for anyone who dares to dream big. Junko Tabei's legacy lives on, inspiring countless individuals to push beyond their limits and strive for greatness. Her climb was not just a physical ascent, but a metaphorical one, symbolizing the heights we can all reach when we dare to dream and persevere. Seeds of Adventure, a childhood in post-war Japan. Junko Tabei was born in 1939. Her childhood was in the shadow of World War II. Japan was rebuilding. Times were tough, but Junko had a curious spirit. She loved to explore the outdoors. One day, her school organized a trip. They went to climb Mount Nasu. It was a life-changing experience. Junko was captivated by the mountains. She was only 10 years old, but she knew she had found her passion. Finding her summit, the joy of climbing. Junko continued climbing throughout school. She was often the only woman. Some people doubted her. They said climbing was too dangerous for women. Junko ignored them. She loved the challenge. Climbing gave her a sense of freedom. It tested her limits. She found joy in pushing herself, and she excelled at it. She was strong and determined. She became a skilled and respected climber. The Everest dream, dare to defy. In the 1960s, Junko heard about an expedition. An all-female team would climb Mount Everest. This was a bold ambition. Everest was the highest mountain in the world. It had claimed many lives. But Junko was not afraid. She knew she had to be part of it. She applied and was selected. It was a defining moment. Junko was going to chase her ultimate dream. She was going to stand on the roof of the world. Section 5, Training Ground, Preparation for the Peak. The climb required intense training. Junko trained rigorously. She climbed mountains in Japan and the Himalayas. She built strength and endurance. She learned to handle extreme conditions. The team practiced using ice axes and crampons. They acclimatized to high altitudes. They prepared for every eventuality. They knew the risks, but they were united in their goal. They were a team of strong, determined women, They were ready to make history. Section 6. The Ascent Begins, First Steps on the Mountain. This is the story of a remarkable journey, a tale of courage, determination, and the unyielding human spirit. In 1975, the team arrived in Nepal. The air was thick with the promise of adventure and the unknown challenges that lay ahead. The air buzzed with excitement and anticipation. Each member of the team was filled with a mix of nerves and exhilaration as they prepared their gear and discussed their plans. They set up base camp. This would be their home for the next several weeks, a place of rest and preparation before the grueling climb ahead. Then they began their ascent. They climbed slowly, each step a testament to their resolve. The mountain loomed large and imposing, but their spirits were high. They acclimatized at different camps. Each stop was crucial, allowing their bodies to adjust to the thinning air and the increasing altitude. The higher they climbed, the thinner the air became. The temperature plummeted. The conditions were brutal. The wind howled and the cold bit into their bones, but they pressed on. But the team was undeterred. They supported each other. In moments of doubt and fatigue, they found strength in their camaraderie and mutual encouragement. They shared stories and laughter. These moments of levity were vital, providing a mental respite from the physical and emotional toll of the climb. They never lost sight of their goal. Every step, every breath was a step closer to the summit, a step closer to making history. They were one step closer to the summit. The dream that had driven them to this point was within reach, and their determination was unwavering. The summit was not just a physical destination, but a symbol of their perseverance and unity. Section 7. Nature's Fury, a test of resilience. Disaster struck at Camp 2. An avalanche hit. Junko was buried under the snow. Her team frantically dug her out. She was unconscious. For 12 minutes, her life hung in the balance. When she awoke, she was injured, she was in pain. But Junko refused to give up. Her dream was within reach. After 4 days of rest, she made a decision. She would continue climbing. Her determination was unbreakable. Section 8. The final push, one step at a time. The final climb was the most challenging. The air was thin. Every step required immense effort. But Junko pushed on. She focused on each breath. She focused on each step. She refused to let the mountain defeat her. She climbed through the night. The summit was so close, she could almost taste victory. After years of dreaming and months of preparation, she would soon reach her goal. Section 9. Victory on the roof of the world. And then, she was there. Junko Tabei stood on the summit of Mount Everest. She unfurled a banner. It read, "Women's Everest Expedition." She had done it. She had made history. She was filled with a sense of triumph and gratitude. She spent 15 minutes at the top of the world. She took in the breathtaking views. She reflected on her journey. She knew that this was just the beginning. Section 10. A legacy of inspiration breaking barriers. Junko Tabei's achievement resonated around the world. She had shown that women could achieve anything. She had broken down barriers. She had inspired generations to come. Her story proved that with determination, anything is possible. She continued climbing for the rest of her life. She climbed the highest mountains on all 7 continents. She became a role model for women and girls everywhere. She showed them that they too could reach their summits. Section 11. Beyond Everest, a life lived on her own terms. Junko Tabei's story is not just about climbing mountains. It is a tale of resilience, determination, and breaking barriers. Her journey to the top of Mount Everest was just one chapter in a life filled with remarkable achievements. It is about conquering the impossible. When she reached the summit of Everest in 1975, she became the first woman to do so, shattering preconceived notions about what women could achieve in the world of mountaineering. It is about challenging stereotypes. In a time when women were often discouraged from pursuing such daring endeavors, Junko Tabei stood as a beacon of hope and inspiration. She proved that gender should never be a barrier to achieving one's dreams. It is about living life on your own terms. Junko Tabei did not let societal expectations dictate her path. She followed her passion for climbing, despite the many obstacles she faced along the way. She climbed mountains until she was 70 years old. Her love for the mountains never waned, and she continued to explore and conquer new peaks well into her later years. Showing that age is just a number, she dedicated her life to protecting the environment. Beyond her climbing achievements, Junko Tabei was a passionate environmentalist. She founded the Himalayan Adventure Trust of Japan, an organization dedicated to preserving mountain environments. She was a true inspiration. Her contributions to both mountaineering and environmental conservation earned her numerous accolades and the admiration of people around the world. Junko Tabei died in 2016. Her passing marked the end of an era, but her spirit and legacy continue to inspire countless individuals. But her legacy lives on. Through the stories, books, and documentaries about her life, Junko Tabei's message of perseverance and courage continues to resonate. She showed the world that we are all capable of extraordinary things. Her life is a testament to the power of determination and the human spirit. We just need the courage to take that first step. Junko Tabei's journey reminds us that no dream is too big and no goal is too far, as long as we have the courage to begin.